So, here we have discussed up to the specific volume of a wet steam. The specific volume of a wet steam is Vfg is equal to x Vg plus 1 minus x Vf. But as the value of 1 minus x into Vf is very less in compared to x Vg, so we are neglecting the 1 minus x Vf, and hence we can write Vfg is equal to x Vg, where x is the dryness fraction of the steam at that particular point where we are going to calculate. Vf is the specific volume of water at that particular point, and Vg is the specific volume of dry steam at that particular point. As I have already told you that we can treat it the superheated steam as a gas. We can apply all the gas laws to the superheated steam. That is, PV by T is equal to P1, V1 by T1 is equal to P2, V2 by T2, and so on. In that way, we can easily proceed and we can easily find out. So, as the superheated steam contains more heat energy, so its capacity to do work is more and improves the thermal energy, and hence it is best suitable for a thermal power plant. Now, let us see the TS diagram again. Here you see the steam is heated from 0 degree centigrade to point D. The path is A, B, C, D. During the heating procedure, the pressure remains constant. So, from A to B, B to C, C to D, in all these paths, pressure is constant. Besides this, the temperature is also constant between B and C. Now, you see here the saturation temperature is T saturation. If we shall increase the pressure, here in the pressure in this process, the pressure is P1. If we shall increase the pressure to P2, then the graph will be A, E, F, G. Similarly, if we shall increase the pressure again, then A, K, L, M. In that manner, the graph will be there if we shall increase the pressure. And from this figure, it is seen that as we are increasing the pressure, the latent heat of evaporation, that is BC, EF and KL, the value of BC and value of EF and the value of KL gradually decreasing. So, a point will come at point N where the latent heat of evaporation, that is HFG, that is the value of BC, EF and KL gradually decreasing and it will become 0. So, at point N, the value of the latent heat of evaporation is 0 and the temperature at that point is Tc. So, the point at which the latent heat of evaporation becomes 0, that is N, that point is known as the critical point. So, at the critical point, the pressure is Pc and temperature is Tc. Generally, the critical temperature of water is 374 degrees centigrade, whereas the critical pressure of water is 221 bar. That means I can say, if I shall heat the water at a pressure of 221 bar and temperature of 374 degrees centigrade, then it will not take any time. Suddenly, the total water will be converted into the steam. And in that case, the pressure is P221 bar and temperature is 374 degree centigrade. Now, that critical point is the important point. If we shall see the different value, different data of the steam, that is the mainly wet steam, at point V, it have the specific volume, it have the enthalpy, it have the internal energy, it have the entropy. Similarly, at point C, it will also have the different value of internal energy, enthalpy, entropy, and specific volume. So, for each pressure, this value of the wet steam varies. For each pressure and temperature, this data will vary. And for that will vary up to the critical temperature and pressure. So it is very difficult to remember all the data of steam when it will be heated from 0 degree to its critical point. That's why a data book has been developed in which all the data, all the value of that is enthalpy, specific volume, internal energy and entropy are included in the data book. That is known as the steam table. So, steam table is a chart or a table or a book in which we shall get all the data of wet steam as well as the superheated steam at different temperature and different pressure. So, the steam is produced by heating the water, the hot heat as well as some other particles like enthalpy, internal energy, entropy, specific volume, saturation temperature, pressure, etc. of the steam are dependent on the quality of steam produced, that is the wet or dry or superheated. The property of fluid and dry steam at different saturation temperature and pressure varies. All those values are given in a tabular form which is known as the steam table. The steam table consists of three different tables. One is your table 1, that is the value of different property of wet steam is mentioned according to the saturation temperature. Table 2, values of different properties of wet steam is mentioned according to the pressure of steam. Table 3, value of different properties of superheated steam is mentioned according to the pressure and superheated temperature of the superheated steam. So, I can say that table 1 and table 2 are for the wet steam, whereas table 3 is for the superheated steam. So, by using this table, we can easily find out the different values of the specific volume, entropy, enthalpy, saturation temperature and the internal energy. Let V is the specific volume of the superheated steam in meter cube per kg. U is the internal energy of the steam in kilojoule per kg. H is the enthalpy of the steam in kilojoule per kg. S is the entropy of steam in kilojoule per kg. Besides this steam table, a graphical chart is there which is known as the Mollier diagram. The Mollier diagram is the graphical representation of P, V, X, H, S of the wet steam as well as the superheated steam. So,